Howdy folks. Right, so I just bought this arc welder off Machine Mart for £72. It's a Clarke Weld, which is their own brand, and it's an easy arc 110. It's the cheapest one they do, 72 quid brand new. It's pretty basic. It's just kind of a box with a couple of wires basically. Doesn't even have a plug. Have to wire on your own plug. So went through to Edinburgh and got it today, and the reason for buying it is I need to do a little bit of welding on my car. There's a kind of rust hole that the garage spotted when they were fitting a pair of new tyres recently. It's not actually due for an MOT right now, but I thought I would just weld up the hole anyway, just for the sake of doing the job, getting the job done and out of the way kind of thing. I have done welding before in the past, but never with my own rig. This is the first time I've had my own welding rig. So it's kind of an addition to the workshop. As you can see, I'm welding on concrete slabs, which they say you're not supposed to do. However, the thing that I've been practicing on is this old exhaust can. So I'm not actually welding right on the concrete, because I'm welding on top of the can. And I've basically just been trying to get a bit of practice with it, just trying to get the hang of it again, because it's a few years since I've done any welding at all, so I'm kind of out of practice. This is basically the two ends. We've got a crocodile clip there, and that's the torch, and I've got an electrode there. And so basically been trying to get the hang of it this afternoon. What I did was basically I machined a clean edge on the can with a Dremel, and then I've cleaned a patch on here with the angle grinder, because I was struggling to get it to arc at all to begin with. So I thought if I cleaned it up a bit, that might be better. In the end, I managed to get some welds down. I mean, kind of, rubbish kind of welds, but like I say, I'm kind of just getting back into it, and what I realized was I wasn't really getting an arc at all. I mean, I was getting an arc, but it was like it would just stick. Sometimes it would stick, and sometimes it would arc, but I could never like sustain an arc, if you know what I mean. And then what I realized was that I needed to turn the amperage up a bit, so I basically just adjusted it, had it on 1.6, which is there, and that's what the shop recommended for doing repairs on car chassis. They recommended using a 1.6mm electrode, which is what that is, and for working on sort of 2mm thick or thereabouts steel. So I had it set to the 1.6, wasn't getting anywhere, turned it up to what it is now, which is, where is it, it's about halfway between 1.6, no it isn't, it's actually about sort of equivalent to 1.7. I mean, I don't know, I know you don't get 1.7 electrodes, but you know what I mean anyway. And as soon as I turned it up, I started getting an arc, so that's when I laid a couple of wee kind of welds there, and then I thought I'd try and weld a bit of scrap metal to the top of the exhaust. So I got this, I'm not sure if it's still hot, no it's not, and I welded that, I clamped that down with the vice grips and welded the edge, got some welds on the edge, but I found I could just break it off, but obviously they're not very good welds, and also that's the wrong stuff. That's like 1mm thick steel, and I'm not sure how thick that is. It's probably a different thickness, that probably doesn't help as well. I basically didn't get enough penetration there. So anyway, I mean, it's just basically getting a bit of practice, and then once I got the hang of it, then I'll go and have a go at welding the car chassis. Yeah, so that's it basically. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good one.